Sebastien, thank you so much for your time today. We're at the Investment Forum in Berlin, in Germany, and what a year for Accor it's been, last 12 months. Tell us about that.
Well, it's been a good year because it's been a year where we've been achieving the beginning of the transformation with record basically numbers on earnings, dividend, cash flow, development. And we owe that to the team. I only came here 18 months ago. We've been reorganizing the different missions, objectives, different business units. And you know what? It works. But it is a 3-year journey. 1 year's been passing. Bear with me because it's going to take another 2 years.
And just with that, how important was it when you looked at the sort of the Accor Invest versus the management side of things? How much of an impact has that had for you as well?
Well, it is critical. For the last 50 years, Accor has been conducting 2 businesses without knowing the differences between being an investor allocator and being an operator and franchisor. So we've been only simplifying the things for the team of Accor. So now you have specialists on the operating side, and you know what? They're damn good expert, and we do a very good job, probably the best in the world. But however, on the investment side, we have been pretty mediocre, precisely because we did not pay enough attention to it. So now we have a dedicated team for Hotel Invest. We started with challenging year. It's getting better, but it's going to take 3 years to get to fruition. So no, it's going to work. I'm convinced it's going to work.
And on the back of that, obviously, loyalty plays a huge part in the success of your business, and especially through direct bookings and whatnot. What kind of impacts are you having from direct bookings, and how important are your loyal customers?
Well, one is we're happy they exist because they actually bring us traffic, and we very much welcome the Booking Expedia client. 2, they're growing very fast. My only focus is make sure that I get the Accor direct booking engine grow as fast as the online travel agencies, and we can do it through the loyalty program. But loyalty means you have to give different soft benefit upgrade for your clients so that they reward the card they have and they actually use it. So it's a matter of engaging, spending the time with the client, and them have a sense of belonging that they're being identified, waited for, and they're being thanks for being there.
Obviously a very powerful tool for your development teams around the world to go to an unbranded hotel and say, come and join Accor, isn't it?
We have big arms and our arms are wide open. No, seriously. We've been growing at one hotel every 2 days, one new hotel every 2 days. We can do probably a bit better than this, which includes exactly what you said. Accor should be a company where the independent owner-operator should feel at home and welcome if they want to join the distribution system and basically take one of our brands. We're going to be friends with as many people as we could. We've been in 93 countries for 45 years. We're there to stay, and we're there to be a local actor in a local country. We really are.
We're seeing phenomenal growth in Australia in particular out of Accor. You took over Mirvac a few years ago, but since then, the development team's really been growing your brands like no tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you're going to be proud of it, so I am. We have 2 home countries. Happens to be France and Australia. We've been there for 40 years. We believe that, I guess, Australia is home for us. We have over a couple of hundred hotels in Australia, which is a third of the Asia Pacific. We want to grow in Australia as much as we want to grow in New Zealand. We love that market. We feel comfortable there. It is run by Australian people. We insert ourselves into the culture. So yes, indeed, we're going to try to make sure that we have market leadership. We're going to be strengthening the market leadership of Accor in Australia to the benefit of the Australian and international travelers coming to Australia.
Like we're seeing with brands as well. I mean, Graham McCure was an Australian brand originally. The Siebel was an Australian brand. Pullman was one of the first brands there.
Right.
Brand growth for you through China, Asia Pacific. You've done a huge deal in China. Tell us about that.
Now, we've done a deal in China because just recognizing that, I guess, the 4 leaders operators in China today did not exist 10 years ago. And now the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. They're growing fast at a pace of 5 to 7 times the pace of our own development or any international chain development because they know the market so much better. And it is a vital market for all of us to be in because there's a numbers of Chinese travelers traveling abroad, which we need to be a recipient of in Australia and elsewhere. So I want to stay in China, but I just cannot want to fight with the local guys because they have more agility than we do. So we decided to partner with one of them. Hopefully it's the right partner, and I'm convinced it is, and to basically go with him in developing Ibis, Novotel, Mercure, Pullman with that partner. And it's been a win-win scenario. I'm becoming a board member of the Chinese company. I'm spending a lot of time in China. And we've known that market for 35 years. So we have also our own history and our own kind of actually interliaison with the Chinese population.
Now, this is going to help your global growth at the same time, isn't it? The Chinese outbound travelers knowing Accor's brands around the world, from the Americas to Europe, and right through Asia.
Well, no, absolutely. You have 140 million Chinese travelers today. My bet in 5 years, they're going to be 250 million. Good news for you in Australia, and also for us in Accor Asia Pacific. 90% of the Chinese travelers stay in Asia Pacific. Only 10% go to Europe and America. Well, it happens to be where we have the biggest is Asia Pacific. So which is why China is critical for us, which is why we need to be of service for that increased growing Chinese traveling population, because they need to be safe when they travel, and they need to go to a brand in which they have comfort. And they obviously have comfort in mainland China with our own brand. So let's make sure they have the same level of service and comfort when they go to Australia or Indonesia, Philippines or Cambodia.